Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and please do not forget to click on the subscribe button. So if you're interested in learning how to make this beautiful inner lacing for a dress, then kindly keep on watching this video. Now the first thing you need to realize is that by putting this inner lacing into your dress, it means you want to snatch your waist. Okay, so if you are not interested in snatching your waist, then there's really no need to add this to your dress. Okay, so for this dress now, I am done with it. Okay, we are going to be working with the inner lacing now. All right, so I'm going to take the measurements on the waist side. Okay, what I have there is 31 inches. All right, so remember I told you that you are going to be snatching your waist. So in order for this to work, I'm going to be reducing the waist measurement by 1 inch. So I'll be taking out 0.5 on both sides. Okay, so remember that after taking out this 1 inch, then the waist measurements will no longer fit. Okay, it will be too tight to zip. Now that is where the inner lacing comes in. Okay, it's going to snatch your waist and then you'll be able to zip up. So if you want a really more snatching, you are going to take out about 2 inches from your waist. So it depends on how comfortable you want to be. All right, so I'm going to be taking out 0.5 on both sides, and as you can see, I'm shaping it out, you know, connecting it to the bust and the hip part. Simply go right ahead and do the same thing on your dress. Okay, just take it out and then you are going to connect it to the bust and the waist. So this is done. The next thing you can see, I've gone right ahead to stitch it. All right, I've gone right ahead to stitch it now. So what I'm going to be doing now is to measure the length of the inner lacing that I want to use. So from the under bust, from the armhole, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. All right, from the armhole, I'll be coming down by 1 inch, and then from the waist, I'm going to come down by about 4 inches. All right, so whatever works for you, but I'm going to be coming down by about 4 inches. Okay, so the total length is about 10 inches for me. Okay, the total length is about 10 inches, so that's for the length. Now for the width, we are going to be working with the dart. Okay, the dart line up to the edge on the side. Okay, so right there I have about 6.5 inches. Now we are going to be cutting out the inner lacing. Okay, so I folded my fabric into 2, and then I went ahead to fold it into 2 again. So this way I'll be cutting both at the same time. Okay, so now I'm going to be working with my measurement. The length, remember the length is about 10 inches, so I'm going to be adding 1 inch. This is for my sewing allowance. Okay, and then right on that side, I'm going to be measuring out the width as well, which is 6.5, and then I'll add ½ inch 2. So this is going to be 7 inches. Okay, do not forget to click on the subscribe button, guys, and give this video a thumbs up. Share this video so others can get to watch it. Thank you so much. So I'm marking out my measurements now, and then I'll be cutting it out. It's done now, guys. So you can see right now I have 2 pieces, which is 1 for each side. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is to fold it, and then I'll be running a stitch at the upper part, and this will be right after I've added interfacing. Okay, to make it solid. Now that is done, and I've gone right ahead to stitch the upper part. Okay, as you can see, and I've gone right ahead to iron it as well. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is to mark out the points and the spacing for the loops. Okay, so I'm going to be marking with a spacing of 1 inch. Okay, so you should have a minimum of 1 inch for your spacing. Okay, so I'm going to go right ahead and mark on both sides. So I'm going to do that all through, and then we'll continue. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and please give this video a thumbs up so that more people can get to view it. Thank you so much. So just make sure you continue marking out your spacing as you're seeing me do. Okay, so right after that, you can see what I have here. I place them side by side so that I can have the same spacing for both. And now I have gone right ahead to fold out what I want to use as my loops. So at this point, you can use your loops, you can use your eyelets, whatever you want to use is okay. But I'm going to be working with loops at this point, so I'm cutting out 2 inches for each. All right, so I'll go right ahead and cut out the number of pieces. I think I have about 9 pieces on each, so I'll be cutting out 18 pieces of this. Okay, I'll be cutting out 18 pieces of this, and then right after that we are going to continue with the tutorial. Now I'm done cutting. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is to place on each of the markings that I have done, and I'll go over to the machine and stitch. Okay, so just fold it, and the edge is going to be on that edge that we're going to be sewing. Now you can see I have done this, and I did multiple stitchings for that part. Okay, so it doesn't pull out when we are snatching. So right after that, I'll be turning it over to the other side, and then I will run a stitch from the back. Okay, so this is going to hold the loops in place. Now this is all done and ironed, as you can see. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing now is to work with the boning. So I'm going to be sewing my boning channel. Okay, so I'll be working with the plastic boning. All right, and this is about almost 0.5 inches. So I'm going to be working with the channel of about 0.5 inches there. Okay, so let me go right ahead and do that and show you. Now this is what I have. You can see I've gone right ahead to do the boning channel. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is to pass in my boning. I've cut out the exact measurement that I need, and you can see me shaping the edge of the boning so it doesn't injure the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to be inserting into the channel. All right, so as I've inserted it, you can see the way it is curved. You don't have to worry about that. I'll take it to the ironing board and iron it. Okay, so once you iron it, then you are good to go. Now this is all done and ironed. All right, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is to finish up the other edge, okay, at the lower part. So all I'm going to be doing now is I've already cut out a strip. Okay, so I'll be using that to finish off the edge. Okay, so I'll simply sew it and turn it inwards. As you can see, I'll be doing that neatly. Now this is done. You can see how beautiful and neat is looking. So you have to make sure that your finishing is top notch, guys. All right, so what I'm going to be doing now is to place this inner corset on the measurements that I've marked out on the dress. Okay, so I'm going to be working with that 1 inch that I marked downwards. I'm going to be placing it at that spot. Now I'm going to ensure that the inner lacing is straight on the dart line. Okay, just make sure it is straight exactly on the dart line. The other side does not matter. Okay, because that part is entering the sewing allowance anyway. So I'll be securing my inner corset with pins now to hold it in place. Okay, just make sure that you have a straight arrangement on the dart line. All right, so I'll be doing the placing on both sides. I've done the first side, so I'm going to go right ahead and place the other side as well. Okay, so simply go right ahead and do the same thing on your fabric. Just follow the markings that you've made, okay, and ensure that the corset is straight on the dart line. All right, so I'll be doing that now, and then we'll proceed. All done now, guys. Okay, so it's time to stitch. I'm going to be stitching from the front side, okay, so I can follow the stitch exactly. So simply take your corset to the machine and stitch. Now this is all done. You can see how beautiful it is looking now. All right, so I've gone right ahead to stitch my lacing, what I'm going to be using for the lacing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing now is to trim out the excess on the sides, okay, just for the sake of making the side flat. And then after cutting it out, I'm going to weave it out neatly. Okay, and then right after that we are done with this. I'm going to be showing you what exactly it looks like. There are different methods of sewing this inner corset lacing, and this method is just one of them. Okay, and it is very easy and straightforward. So with this method, even with your zipper, you can have a nice snatch effect on your dress. Okay, so I'm going to be lacing it up now, and then you see what it looks like. Now this is what I have, guys. I really do hope you got value for this video. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye.